You
Good
can
morning.
start.
How are you doing?
Good morning, ma'am. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. You tell me what about you?
Yes, I'm doing pretty well too. Thank you. Okay, so please tell me more about yourself.
Yes. My name is Nutan and I'm from Mathura. And I'm a homemaker and I run a YouTube channel as well. And if I tell you about my qualifications, then I'm graduate and I'm blessed with two kids. Thank
Okay.
you.
So you're a homemaker now
Yes, fully time.
and a part-time
Okay.
YouTuber as well, right?
Yeah, you can say so. Yeah.
So do you want to know about me or you have an idea?
I know you, ma'am. I've seen your videos. Yeah.
Right. So Mathura is a religious place, right? Can you tell me more about your city?
Yeah, it is a religious place, and on every single day there are a lot of people across the world. I would say, a lot of foreigners would come to have a vision of Lord Krishna, and there are a lot of temples, more than 5,000 temples, and it's not about this Saturday and Sunday. If you go to the have a vision of Lord Krishna to the temple, you will find out that there are a lot of crowd. Sometimes it becomes really suffocating, and
Mm,
since it's summer season going on, a lot of people are coming all around the world, so that is why sometimes it becomes harder. So since I'm living here, but I really don't go like on every occasions. It's really crowded place. Yeah. And if I tell you about delicacies, so there are a lot of delicacies so scrumptious. When you get to see, when you get to know about these things, like you will become such like water, mouth watering automatically, because the food and the kind of snacks are so delicious, so luscious, I would say, so palatable.
So how do you maintain your diet living in that city?
Yeah, I'm also kind of foodie, but yeah, sometimes I need to refrain from having such food. Not
Mm.
not on every like day or on every single day I like have them, but yeah, many items I also know how to make them. I also prepare those foods at home.
Mm.
Yeah.
Can you name a couple of delicacies which Mathura is famous for?
Yeah, kachori. It's very famous. Mathura's peda and kachori I also make at home,
Okay.
and like moong dal chila, very
Oh.
delicious it is.
Hmm.
Yeah, and water balls, golgappe, which is called tikya over here, not
Oh,
golgappe, tikya. Yeah,
okay. That thing has a lot of names, right? You have pani puri, then you have.
yeah, and a lot of sweets,
Mm.
different varieties you can see here. Yeah.
Mm. So do you, I mean, know to make the sweets as well? Because I think they're time consuming and you require special skills to make some of them.
No, I don't think so. Many times I have made like a rasgulla and gulab jamun and many items. And yeah, apart from this, I make donuts
Oh,
for my kids and whosoever drops in my place. If I tell you, a couple of days ago, my elder sister came up here with her kids, so I made donuts, many items for them.
So
Bhujia.
you also like cooking other than English?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I am having this hobby. I would say it's a hobby for me, making food and all. And
Mm.
apart from this, yes, reading books, singing, dancing, a lot of things.
Oh, you wear many hats. Which one is your favorite?
All of them, which I mentioned you, like singing, dancing, cooking food, reading books. Whenever I'm having some extra time, leisure time, so I prefer reading books or collect some words. Yeah.
Okay. Which sort of books do you read?
I prefer reading like story books, and the favorite is Great Stories of Munshi Premchand. There are a lot of stories it contains, and I feel very relatable about that particular story. And sometimes I just go nostalgia, right? And yeah, I get to know a lot of words, concrete words, and other than that, I get to see a lot of grammatical patterns, because earlier I was not that much good enough in grammar, so like some kind of complex grammar rules. I get to know whenever I feel like reading that particular book, as I mentioned you. So I that moment I came to know, okay, this is the particular grammar rule I used to learn in my like school time and all, and now I'm like becoming and having that much of clarity. Now I'm really crystal clear about that particular grammatical rules. So this is why I prefer reading this book. Yeah.
Which means to say your style of learning grammar is through reading and through speaking, and it is not, referring grammar books or watching grammar videos or learning grammar rules separately.
No,
I think
not
you.
that much. I don't. Yeah. Yeah. I because I can make shift. I can make shift by doing such things like reading books, which I'm very interested to read that which book excites me. So that I read that particular book, and this is not the only reason. The main reason is that I get to know a lot of words and the grammatical patterns, as I told you earlier. So that is why, but not on every single day. I would not say that I read on every single day.
Mm.
Very rare. But yeah, when I start reading, I just get accustomed, pouring my all heart to it. I'm just reading and reading. That's how I do.
You get engrossed once you start reading.
Yeah, yeah. And sometimes I feel like, yeah, I'm I have ingrained it, some words, some particular words. So that is why I feel like, yeah, this is very good idea,
Mm.
finding out words. So we need to read books which excites us, which interest us, right?
Mm. Mm. And see, you were talking about, like, I got to know how you learn vocabulary, right? Through reading books. But how do you inculcate it in your speech? While speaking, how do you remember them? Do you write it down? What do you do? Please share.
Yeah, yeah. Whenever it comes to finding out words, earlier, if I tell you, I forgot to share with you that earlier I used to read dictionary whenever, because when I was doing my like college and something, so there was not such kind of resources. We cannot access them that moment. Okay, so that moment also I had this kind of habit, collecting words from the dictionary. But that era, never ever done this kind of thing like writing down. But yeah, I think it's been years. Even then, it's been years. I think 10 to 12 years, and I have been having this habit, writing down words, vocabularies in my diary. Sometimes I learn them. Sometimes I just don't feel like retrieving that particular word, because I think on the basis of my experience, I'm telling you, sometimes yeah, I forget that particular word. So that moment, I just substitute that particular word.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And I think
but yeah,
you're.
by writing words, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, please finish.
yeah, by writing words, we can that moment get registered that particular word, because first we are writing that, then we are reading it out loud and two times, and sometimes, which I do, sometimes I'm just connecting that particular word in some situations, some examples. That's how I get it registered in my mind, and it's automatically inculcated. Yeah.
It automatically comes into your speech effortlessly.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, sometimes I would not say. Off and on, it happens with me that I just forget. So what I do that moment, I just substitute, and I just say the same word, same thing in a like very basic way, very simple way. I just change that moment. I use very crude word that moment.
Hmm. And do you
Yeah.
have any book recommendations for beginners?
I didn't get you. Please repeat it again.
Do
Actually,
you
I
have,
didn't hear that.
okay, do you have any book recommendations for beginners?
For beginners, I also have been a beginner. Okay, ma'am. So I would just tell you that since we are having so many resources, okay, and there are a lot of videos on YouTube. So since we are like, we are this time, we are immersed with a lot of videos. So this is very beneficial point, I would say, because we are getting that advantages, right? So there is no, no thing, I would say, there's nothing to make a kind of excuses. We cannot make any excuses, right? This moment we have a lot of resources, flooding, kind of flooding is happening, right? So I would not say particularly any books, but yeah, I would say that we need to, if a beginner has to do something to enhance their way of speaking and all, so they should watch videos, English videos. And if they are like not good enough in like in grammar portion, so there are a lot of videos regarding to that. Okay. And if I tell you about words, so yeah, any like story books, children's story books, that really helps. I would not specially recommend you that moment, but yeah, story books like 6 7 standards story books, like not, I would say just story books like science. If you're the person is having her like her or his kids book, maybe it's a science book, SST books, there are a lot of words, there are a lot of grammar patterns over there. Okay, we can get to know.
Hmm.
Once the thing which is required here, the passion, the kind of tenacious the person has to be. If the person is kind of very, he's not giving up, he has that kind of passion, enthusiasm inwardly, then definitely he'll find ways. Okay, there is no doubt he'll find ways anyhow. And if the person is lacking all these things, willingness if he's lacking, so all the time he'll try to make excuses. So it's all about making excuses, it's all about getting away. You are trying to just escape from that particular situation, because since it's like a global language and we can do a lot of things, there are a lot of resources. Okay, so I think it's not about like we are not getting things, we are not putting in efforts. Basically, the thing is that.
Yeah. And even for people who are looking for speaking partners but not finding a speaking partner, I also say this, that maybe they're not searching enough.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And if I tell you that my experience has been like, I would say boring. Boring. I'm saying this to you because I didn't have any speaking partner, first of all, but I had that kind of fire. Ignition, I was having that 3 years back when I started my channel and making all videos and all. So I was like kind of ignition within myself, and I used to kindle that anyhow. I have to do it. I was very crude, very, I would not say mediocre, because I feel now I'm a mediocre. I was like nothing that moment. Very novice I was in the terms of speaking things in English. I was like, anyhow, I have to do that. And I mustered that challenge, mustered that kind of courage, I would say, to talk in front of the camera, because it's a very big deal for me. It was very big deal, and it has been a very big deal for me, facing the camera, talking in front of the camera, and thinking that sometimes I used to feel that somebody is watching me. And definitely I had this kind of thing registered in my mind that I definitely I'm going to upload this particular video, and people will watch, maybe people will watch and they judge me, they criticize me, my way of speaking, my like facial expression, my gesture, my body language and all, because I was lacking all the things. I didn't have any kind of body language where I used to talk in front of the camera. So now I feel that now I have become that mediocre. At least I can convey my thoughts in English. So
Hmm.
this I all wanted earlier, but now I feel that yeah, I'm doing great. I'm very proud of that.
Since 3 years, you have been on social media, on YouTube. From 3 years, you're creating content.
Yeah, but 1 year, actually the experience is all about 2 years, 3 years when I started making my videos. But
Hmm.
in second year, I just dropped. Not a single video I made because of getting demotivated, because views were not coming. So I was like, nobody is appreciating me, no one is watching my videos and all, and I was like I was not getting the result, because since I didn't have any speaking partner, so I used to feel like I cannot do anything. I'm just losing my all hope, my confidence in something, confidence in front of my camera, and I'm talking that confidence I'm talking about. I would not say this confidence, because this confidence I have gained because of people I'm talking with on every single day I'm talking. That is why I have this kind of, I would say, the confidence, the way of speaking, the capacity basically, that I can deal with people like this. I'm talking with you. Earlier, I was like, no, I cannot talk with people. It's a very like big deal for me. It's a hard nut to crack. So I used to think this thing, and yeah, I forgot to tell you. Third year, I just bounced back. Second year, I just dropped all the things. Third year, I just bounced back, making my all videos anyhow, thinking that I have to do it. No one is watching me. It's okay. It's their choice. I have to just work on myself. I have to just improve my way of speaking. That is why I started over.
Hmm. And how did you find speaking partners?
I got connected with some Skype groups. So there I got to know a lot of people, and there are a lot of people now. I think 400 something now. They are increasing day by day, I would say, because people are taking interest.
Yes.
Earlier they were like 300 something. So
Mm.
day by day I'm talking. I used to talk with people, at least three people on every single day, whether it's video, whether it's audio. So that has gained my confidence. That has, I would say, I have magnified my way of speaking and the way of just putting across my thoughts in front of people like this. And yeah, because of this, it became possible, and all kudos to this particular group.
Yes, definitely. It is giving so much opportunity for people to find speaking partners, to enhance their English, not only English, communication skills as well. So, yeah,
Yeah.
good job. Right. So, was there any questions you wanted to ask me? Anything specific? Oh, your video is gone.
Ma'am, I think somewhere the video got stuck.
Yeah, yeah, now it is better. I was asking you, was there anything specific you wanted to ask me?
Nothing, nothing. This time I'm like kind of tied up. I'm just star stuck. Actually, I used to watch you on YouTube. So it's like there will be some day and I will be talking to you. So I thought, no, I'm very tongue-tied person and I cannot talk with you. I cannot deal with you. So yeah, I used to watch you on YouTube.
Hmm. That's nice. You're doing good practice, I would say, because your English is good and you are using nice words, vocabulary also. Now try and focus a little bit more on your grammar. Very minute things here and there. When you watch the recording, you will know. Uh, when it
Yeah,
comes,
I knew that.
I noticed a couple of mistakes in that. So that is about your English. You're doing quite well.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So anything, because you use advanced phrases and idioms, any examples you would like to quote, a couple of them or five of them for the viewers to get benefit out of the video? Any five idioms you would like to share?
Ma'am, like to have an axe to grind, meaning the person is very selfish type. To
Mm-hmm.
have an axe to grind,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's very easy, I think. Maybe the other like audience will definitely know that. Think
Can you
of the
use
devil, and there
it
he
in a sentence?
appears.
Can you use it in a
Sorry,
sentence?
ma'am.
Can you use it in a sentence? An example sentence?
To have yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. There are some people, they are like trying to extract some words from me, some particular words, because I have explained all the things. I don't like telling lies. Okay, whatever I'm the person, I just don't like telling a lie. So I got to know some people, and they there I like shared with them, okay, that I have the habit of collecting words and all. So that moment they're talking with me around like 30 minutes, 1 hour. Okay, so as I shared some like words, they just don't they like afterwards they are not talking with me. Okay. So I can say that yeah, they had an extra grind.
Okay. Yeah, taking advantage of you. That's what you mean, right?
Yeah, yeah, and becoming selfish.
Mm.
Yeah, they have that selfish kind of purpose. Okay. So next one could be the audience must know this. Think of the devil, and there he appears. I was
Yeah.
trying to say something to my kids. I'm telling you the example. I was telling you something, my daughter, that you are doing this. Definitely, you are going to be beaten, because now it's over, it's enough now. Okay, and when your father comes, he's definitely going to snap at you. And as I was just talking, automatically he just appears. Okay, so yeah, think of the devil, and there he appears.
I was thinking of the very same example when you told the idiom.
Okay, because it is quite understandable.
Yeah, yeah,
It
it
is
is.
quite understandable. Okay, so yeah,
The
uh,
next one?
and yeah, there's some like phrases in just a jiffy, in one moment.
Hmm.
As I was just like I don't this time I yeah again you will say that you are talking about your husband and all.
No, no, that's
I was
totally
telling
fine. Yeah.
I was telling my husband that I want this food because I feel like having this ice cream and all, and in just a jiffy he just bring it for me. So yeah, in just a jiffy. Okay, and the other could be he who hesitates is lost. Yeah, I would say it on the basis of my experiences. had I not taken that decision earlier, which I took 3 years back, I would not have doing such things. I would not having such kind of confidence which I'm having right now. Okay, so on this note, I would say that had I had this kind of uh, fear, or inhibition, right? So I would not have doing such things. Meaning, I didn't become shameless. Sorry, the fearful person. I didn't become the fearful person. I had that kind of confidence, that courage to start and make my videos and all. So I didn't shy.
Mm.
So he who hesitates is lost, meaning जिसने की शर्म उसके फूटे कर्म and all. Yeah.
Right. Yes.
And the other could be looking London, talking Tokyo.
Yeah.
And should I explain it?
Yes, please. One last time.
Okay. Meaning, uh, I was talking with my husband. Let's say hypothetically, I was talking with my husband. I am so kind of blessed. I feel so blessed when it comes to my husband. Okay, but yeah, there is something different because there's a person like one of my friends, and he respects me a lot. So yeah, looking London, talking Tokyo. Whether I love my husband, I like my husband to the most. Like not to an extent, but yeah, I love him a lot. But yeah, when it comes to respect, so there's I'm saying all these things hypothetically. It's not
Yeah.
true.
Yes.
So there's a person who respects me a lot. So yeah, I was sometimes I love my husband, but there are chances that I feel I wish my husband also would have such kind of respect in his mind for me like that. But it's all lie. It's not truth.
Yes, yes. Okay, it was lovely talking to you. Anything else you want to share or add before we wind up?
Yeah, definitely for the beginner, I would like to because you as you are a very big YouTuber, so that is why there are a lot of audience. They must be watching this video. Okay, so I would just share my one of my experience, and I would not take long. Okay, the thing is that I also had this kind of feeling of fear, hesitation. I was like kind of very shy person. I cannot deal with female. I would not say male. I will come on later on. Okay. The thing is that I was I never ever imagined that there would be a day and I will be talking with not just female, male as well. Earlier, I was like, no, I cannot do a telephonic conversation in English. So it's been, I think, 4.5 years. I think during lockdown, meaning lockdown. I think it was somehow released. Okay, so what happened? I needed to get to know about my my son's mark sheet. Okay, so I called up my kid's school. There was maybe I think the receptionist number. So I called him up to get to know about the numbers and all marks and all, because I knew that, and I know that my son is very genius in his studies. So I thought that he must have secured a very good marks and something like that. So I called him up, and he was I had in my mind, in my intuition, that I have to talk with the particular person in English anyhow. I didn't have the courage, even if I was trying. So I think that's a very big thing, a big step I was
Yeah.
taking, and if I have been taking, so I consider it a very big step, a very huge thing, right? So what I did, I just called up that particular person, and I started feeling that I'm very nervous, and I was it was like racing my heart. My heart was racing actually. Basically, it was happening with me. My heart was beating very badly, and I was just choking. Okay, so what was happening? One and two sentence I just said that moment. Then the particular person, he was like kind of laughing. The tone, the speaking tone was like kind of he's laughing at me, and he was saying all the things in Hindi. I was asking all the questions in English. Anyhow, I was just speaking broken English. I was speaking, and he was like kind of हिंदी में आ जाओ, हिंदी में आ जाओ, like this. अरे मैडम हिंदी में आ जाओ. I was like, oh, I have to talk in English. I have to complete my conversation in English. In my mind, I was thinking all these things. Rather he was like laughing at me and criticizing me and all. I was like, I was just adamant that moment. I have to talk in English, and I completed my whole conversation asking questions about my son's marks and all the things I asked in English. I didn't give up. I didn't relinquish that moment. I was like, no, I have to do it, and I did it. Whether he was like making fun of me, and he was like trying to let me down or something, but I did anyhow. So on this note, I would say to the beginner who is watching this video, right? So it's you. It is you. You have to take a step ahead. Okay. So because once you are like holding back, you are not taking the responsibility. If you really want to do that, yes, I have to do anything for this language, right? I have to have a good command over English language, then please plunge into that anyhow. People will definitely mock at you, judge you at your English. So it is you. You have to maintain your like consistency. You have to do something. You have to just make efforts. That will get you result.
Wow, that's a really nice message, I would say, because half of us refrain from learning or something because of the fear of being ridiculed, mocked upon, right? So, very
Yeah.
nice message, and thank you so much for sharing your personal experience because it was quite an embarrassing experience for you, but you did not refrain from sharing
Yeah.
it. So, thanks a lot,
Yeah.
and it was really nice talking to you and knowing you. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, I wish you good luck
Thank you,
and
ma'am.
a good practice. You are doing excellent. So take care. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am. You also take care too.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.